Any questions, please? Today there are quite a few hands. Yes, Mary will be first. I should like you to ask a question, please.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As we understand from the Holy Quran that the holy attributes of Almighty God are eternal and everlasting. And we know that some of these attributes are applicable to human beings while they are living in this world. So can we understand from this or come to the conclusion that it is true to say that the life of human beings on earth will also never end? I mean, there will not be a total destruction or total ending.
You can't infer from this. You know, this the basis you have laid down is not valid.
Well, I mean, God is always Ghaffar. So if all people...
why do you conceive that you are the only living, conscious living beings in the universe or in so many universes with which Allah can come into communion and on whom He can manifest Himself? This is a vast universe, so vast that millions of years are required sitting on the shoulders of light to go from one corner to the other. And there are other such vast universes quite apart from this. So hundreds and thousands of universes have already been discovered. And the time light takes to traverse the whole span of those known universes would amount to billions of years at a speed of 146,000 miles per second. So from that you can imagine the vastness of Allah's creation to which we have reached out. Beyond us, there would be other universes of which we could never know.
And they will never end.
They will never end. So there would be such rational beings, such developed beings with qualities of a head and heart that could be chosen by Allah for communion. So many other planets could have been, other stars and planets, universes could have been favored by Allah in this regard, in revelation of Sharia, etc. I mean. So why do you conceive that we are the only people on whom Allah depends? You know?
Yes,
this godness
talking
depends.
About
yes.
Human beings on earth.
Yes.
So understanding
as far as the human beings are concerned,
yes,
there are very clear verses of the Holy Quran telling us categorically that when Allah considers it the right moment, He would wipe us out completely from the face of earth. And a new being in our stead will be brought who would behave in a better way towards Allah than we have been.
On earth?
On earth, in this very world.
So the judgment day will not be for all the creatures of God.
Huh?
The judgment day, Yawm al-Qiyamah, I mean, not all the creatures of God will be gathered as a sum.
No, they'll all gather at one appointed time, but the time referred to is a day.
Yes.
And a day may last at least 50,000 years. I mean, the maximum we know in the reference to the Holy Quran, I am talking about the day as mentioned in the Holy Quran, that one day according to Allah is of a span of 50,000 years.
Yes.
Now that does not mean that there are not greater days in Allah's counting. That only shows that as far as Allah's days are applicable to human affairs, this is the day of Allah, which is the maximum, maximum size. But with other beings, which have other capabilities, other potentials larger than ours, there Allah could reveal to them even greater days, running into millions of years as we reckon the days. So there is no limit to Allah's durations for certain things. We think that the judgment day would be just like, we are gathered here, and in a matter of some hours the matter will be over. No, it's not that. That is a period. And all the people right from the start of Adam at least, who have come and lived and gone, disappeared, and ultimately are to appear, can you count their number? Yeah. Till the end of the time, how many they would be? For the whole world to gather together in one place, in one duration of time, and to appear as judge on the judgment day, it appears to be impossible. It would run into years, much more even in fact. To how can you conceive a judgment day of a few hours, by your reckoning of time I mean, and yet all the people who have ever been or will ever be have appeared before the court of Allah, and their cases have been decided and they have been disposed of. This type of thinking is a product of our limited imaginations and our limited resources and our limited experiences. With Allah, in a new life, in a new type of existence as we will be given, the whole measurements will change. And the day will not be a 24-hour day. This day and night will not be there. So those days will be of the type as have passed during the creation. These days covered, right from the start, it has been 20 billion years since the creation of this known universe, that is the Big Bang, Big Bang creation as it's known. 20 billion years have passed since. And if you read the Holy Quran, Allah tells us that this was accomplished in 6 days. On the 7th, Allah sat on the throne, establishing His authority and everything. So this is the day of Allah.
So we understand that there will always be universes, will always be creatures.
Of course.
And for
if not here, somewhere else.
And for
there are already, so according to the Holy Quran, there are other creatures, for intelligible beings, intelligent beings, who can converse with us, come into contact with us, and will come into contact with us one day.
And there must have always been like this.
Of course. Eternity means this. Yes.
Exactly.
Yes. Yes, second hand, I don't mean by second hand, ordinary term. I mean the second time the hand was raised was yours or somebody else's. This your little boy, yes, come on. Waalaikumsalam.
I'm preaching at my school and
MashaAllah, you're a model for many Ansars as well. Yes.
I have this friend called Darren and I've been preaching to him.
Friend called Daniel.
Daniel, yes.
And I've been preaching to him.
Is he a Jew?
No, he's a Christian.
He's a Christian, I see.
And I've been preaching to him and telling him that how Jesus can't be the Son of God. And he said to me, it took me about 1.5 days and to prove to him that he's wordless. He said, okay, I'm wordless, I've got no other objection. And he said, I accept your religion.